Across the Fence will travel to the Champlain Islands to highlight Island Arts. It's a volunteer organization that has helped keep the creative spirit alive in Grand Isle County for over 3 decades. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Judy Simpson. With me to begin today's program are 2 guests. Katya Wilcox from North Hero is one of the founders of the Diverse Island Arts Program, and Sierra Pepin from Grand Isle is a recipient of scholarships offered by Island Arts. I want to thank you both for being with us today. Now, Katya, tell me a little bit about the fact that you have Sierra here, who is homeschooled and received a scholarship. And so tell me a little bit about that scholarship, Sierra, if you wouldn't mind, and where you were homeschooled, where did you go to school, and what are the scholarships used for?
So when I first started receiving scholarships by Island Arts, it was for piano lessons, and I did that for about 7 years. And then I received another scholarship, and that went towards dance lessons. And then this last scholarship that I received went towards voice lessons at my college. So I went to Linden Institute for high school, and I'm now at Wagner College, which is in New York City, and I'm studying arts administration there.
Now we have a photograph of you receiving one of those scholarships, the Joanne Champagne Scholarship in 2013 from Bill Champagne, in memory of his wife who supported the arts in Grand Isle County with enthusiasm and dedication. How do the scholarships help you and other young people in Grand Isle County?
It helps us to be able, it allows us to be able to explore our creative interests. Island Arts supports us in,
No, it's okay.
It allows us to explore our creative interests, and by Island Arts showing us support, it allows us a space to really grow and have that space
to really experience something new.
Absolutely.
Now you obviously knew that you were interested in music and dance and so forth, and so this really gave you that opportunity to do that.
Absolutely, and Island Arts was amazing and allowed me to also perform, and that is another piece that is a little more difficult in music or any other type of art that you're involved in. And it was great practice, and it was just a great way to connect with the organization a little bit more.
Now, Katya, it must be rewarding to see the scholarship making a difference in lives like Sierra's.
Yes, absolutely. And we are old enough as an organization to start seeing the fruit of our mission work, and which is really bringing creativity to the rural area of the Champlain Islands. And, but we do it individually, with such wonderful people like Sierra, and we do it in group too. We work with the school. So for instance, at the Albuquerque School, we started a program of every child we encourage every child to belong to the band. And no child is refused because of financial situation. And so this program was so successful that we have it now in the whole of Grand Isle County. So we're very proud of that. And once a year they have a music fest, and we sponsor the music director and the choral director. And the children enjoy having somebody else to work with.
And that's so important too, because now you hear about budget cuts all the time. Music programs, arts programs are usually the first to go, and yet there are studies that say music plays such an important part in the development of children.
Oh, absolutely. Creativity is essential, I think, to human development. This is what we all believe. This is why we're willing to work pro bono, and this is why we have such a strong support. Another instance, we're so remote from Burlington and from Montreal that if a child wants to take a class at the Flint Center, they have to travel for an hour and a half both ways at least. So we worked with the Flint Center, and we now have a satellite in Grand Isle County, so that the children who are interested in music or theater can take classes right there in the county.
For people who aren't familiar with your organization, tell me a little bit about its history. And we've mentioned some of the things that you're doing, but...
Okay, well, many years ago, like 36 years ago, I moved there with my family, and we had a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old who went to the local school. And in New York, I was involved with dance and creative movement and movement choir. So I opened a studio. And through the studio, I taught scores of young children and adults. And actually now when I meet somebody, they say, "Oh, Miss Katja," they recognize me, but I don't recognize them because
so
now my
many.
children are 45 and 42, so you can see the gap. So it made us aware that most of us had an opportunity growing up in cities, an opportunity for art, stimulation and development that rural areas, and particularly in this case, Grand Isle County, did not have. So we provided the means to bring these opportunities to our children.
I would like to mention too that Island Arts began over 30 years ago. You've provided scholarships in excess of $100,000 to youth in the Champlain Valley and the Champlain Islands. That's so incredible.
Yes, we are very proud of it.
Now, Sierra, I know that you feel it's important, obviously, for the scholarship winners to give back to Island Arts. And here's a photo of you performing at an Island Arts event back in 2012. Talk a little bit about the importance of giving back to the community.
Giving back to the community is something that is very rewarding, honestly, as somebody who is volunteering and giving your time and your energy and your creative thought for those who are impacted by that. It shows the spirit and it really kind of brings it to the community and it keeps it alive. And that's really important, as we mentioned before. Art is being cut from schools and it's not considered as important in schools. So when we have volunteers who are able to kind of create that space and facilitate that type of activity, it brings a lot to a community and it brings a lot to an individual.
And for children to see you perform, as a child, is very encouraging.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And it gives them, oh, if she can do it, I can do it too.
Absolutely.
And
it shows children how they're able to engage in their communities with their music and with the organizations that is supporting them. And it's a full engagement, and that makes it so much more rich of an experience.
Well, I want to thank you both for joining us and letting us know about the good things being done by Island Arts in the community as well. If you'd like to attend one of Island Arts summer concerts that helps support their work, here's Island Arts Vice President Lynn Jarvis to give you a preview.
Hello, I'm Lynn Jarvis, Vice President of Island Arts here at the Grand Isle Lake House just off Route 2 in Grand Isle, Vermont, to let you know about our 2015 Summer Concert Series. Where at 5:30 p.m., families gather to enjoy picnics on the lawn while enjoying the glow of beautiful sunsets over Lake Champlain. On Sunday, July 26 at 6:30 p.m., making their first appearance with Island Arts will be Jam Honey from across the lake in Clinton County. Each of the 5 members have a lifetime of musical experience and will perform current pop as well as the classic rock and roll. This affordable concert, just $5 at the door, will have you dancing in the aisles, or in this case, on the lawn at the Grand Isle Lake House. Returning for their 3rd season on Wednesday, July 29th, is the ever-popular Citizens Concert Band from the St. Albans area. With its beginnings in 1947, the band is now directed by Kevin Loomis, son of founder Edric Loomis, and has a full complement of brass, percussion, and woodwinds, along with a stunning voice of Claire Hungerford from St. Albans. Tickets for this event are just $10 in advance and $15 at the door. Another group making their first appearance at our summer concert series is Possum Haw on Sunday, August 9th. Formed in 2004, the group has evolved into a well-oiled machine with stunning vocal harmonies and stellar acoustic instrumentation. Colby Crehan, one of the founders of Possum Ha, was recently named Vermont Vocalist of the Year. All concerts at the Grand Isle Lake House begin at 6:30 p.m. and doors open at 5:30 p.m. for picnicking. Hope to see you there. Our last concert of the season happens here at the North Hero Community Hall, featuring pianist Young Bao on Saturday, August 29th at 8 p.m. This is his 5th performance for Island Arts, and if you haven't seen him, don't miss out on this extraordinary opportunity. Currently a student at the New England Conservatory of Music studying for his master's degree, he has won numerous awards, and I predict he will become a major player in the world of classical music performers. Tickets to Young Bao's concert and the others that I have mentioned can be purchased at the Alberg Public Library, the Isle of Mont Country Store, the Back Chamber in North Hero, and in South Hero at the Green Frog in Hackett's Orchard, and at the Island Arts office in the lower level of the North Hero Community Hall. Call 802-372-8889 for more information on our 2015 Summer Concert Series.
Well, thanks, Lynn. I'm pleased to be joined now by Kevin Loomis, who is the director of the Citizens Concert Band, who we just saw in that piece. Tell us a little bit about the history, because it started back in 1947.
It did. It started in 1947, as you said, by my father, E.A. Loomis, and Edric is his first name. And he started in 1947 as the American Legion Band out of St. Albans. They wanted to have a band there. It lasted 2 years. When the new leadership came in, they decided, for whatever reason, budget cuts, I'm not really sure exactly, but they decided they didn't need a band any longer. So, but my father wanted to keep it going. So he kept the membership intact, bought some new music, and just kept it going, and it's been going ever since with no breaks. And he passed away in 2003 in October, but my mother passed away just before that. And he had gotten to a point where he said, well, this is something that I just, you know, I've lost all my vim and vigor, and would you please take over for me? So I took over. So the last year he was alive, or the last few months, he went to the concert, so he was sitting in his car off to the side watching.
Oh, nice. Now, how many members are in the band?
We have about 52, 53 members right now that are currently active.
And how many times do you perform?
We perform 7 to 10 concerts per year, depending on who hires us. We are a hired entity, even though nobody in the band makes any money at all. The money goes directly into the treasury, and we do it for the love of music. But we play in several communities around the state. We play in Swanton, St. Albans, Town Bay, Grand Isle, of course, the Lake House, which is one of our favorite concerts. Beautiful setting there.
Yeah.
We play in Highgate Springs, sometimes Highgate Falls. We did the Civil War reenactment that they had last year in St. Albans. We had back-to-back concert for that. So
Now, no, we've got about a minute left, and you're retiring at the end of this season.
Yes.
What are your plans, and who's going to take over?
We have a couple of very abled young folks, 30-something, Jeremy Berger and Jennifer McConnell. They have nice musical backgrounds. They both have, one has a minor in music and the other has a major in music. We did some interviewing, some talking with other folks to see who might be the best candidates to take over, and they are the chosen ones.
It's a big commitment.
It is, it really is. And it's not just a time commitment, but it's also the setup. You got to get there 2 hours ahead of time and set everything up and know where everything goes, and being ready for concert time. So yeah, it is.
Well, I want to thank you for joining us today. If you're interested in seeing the Citizen Concert Band, they're performing on Wednesday, July 29th at the Grand Isle Lake House. The grounds open for picnicking at 5:30, and the band performance starts at 6:30. Tickets are $10 in advance and can be purchased through the Grand Isle County or by calling 802-372-8889. That's 372-8889. And you can also check out the website by going to islandarts.org. I want to thank all of our guests today. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
That's our program for today. I'm Judy Simpson. We'll see you again next time on Across the Fence.